Hey everybody, it's your man Hedtec. What's good? So I was at work the other day and I was like, trying to figure out, what I could do for like another video. You know what I mean? It's like I've just been kind of putting beats down and kind of showing you guys what I've been doing and all that. But I'm like, I kind of want to do something a little bit different, a little bit more innovative. You know what I mean? So today I kind of want to show you like another way that you can actually use your MP. You know what I mean? So I'm actually it's gonna be a drum tutorial in a way, you know what I mean? Because like I was kind of thinking back, when I first got exposed to hip hop back in the 80s, you know what I mean? There was like these two twins that went to my school, Danny and Ralph, and these kids were beatboxing, you know what I mean, with their mouth, doing it like how they used to, you know what I mean? So they're banging on tables and beatboxing with their mouth, and they'd be passing rhymes back and forth, and then passing the beatboxing, you know what I mean? I was like so amazed by that when I saw that back in the day. I'm like, man, this is like, pure raw music, you know what I mean? You don't even need instruments, So I was kind of inspired by that, you know what I mean? Like, just thinking about it actually, back in the day, how back on the streets they would just have some guy using his mouth for beats, and somebody else would actually be rhyming, you know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to take that idea and blend it with the newer technology, using these machines to kind of make beats and all that. So what I'm going to do today actually is I'm going to record my own voice, into the computer, and I'm going to actually chop them up, throw them into the MP, and then I'm going to bang it out that way. You know what I mean? It's going to be real simple. You know what I mean? This is just kind of something to inspire you guys to do something a little bit different. You know what I mean? All right. So anyways, got my mic and it's hooked into the sound card, hooked into the computer. Don't need anything spectacular. It's a cheap mic. I don't know if this one's that cheap though, but I grabbed it from Lab Major downstairs. Anyways, I'm gonna actually kind of just put down a few little sounds, kicks, snares, drum breaks, and all that kind of stuff, right? We'll mess with it later. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go in there and actually take all those little parts that I recorded and chop them up, kind of mess with the EQ a little bit, and then we're gonna put it down. All right. Well, I was kind of listening to some of those, and I was like, well, I want something that's got a little bit of boom to it too. You know what I mean? So, it's like I also want to throw some bass in there. So, a technique that I do, I don't even know if you can really hear it through here, but put that mic up to your throat, just, you know what I mean? It's got this like subharmonic, with some bass too. Here we go. I know I look corny doing this, man, but you know what I mean. It's a price you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? To actually get innovative. So don't laugh. All right, now maybe like a little bit of melody or something like that. A little vocal. So here we go. Hey. Hey, you know what I mean? I want to be able to throw something like that in there, you know what I mean? So, and then I also was thinking I should probably throw like some other percussion in there. So there's one sound I did want. It'd be like, you know what I'm saying? You could stack that on top of the snare. Alright, so I chopped everything up inside of Audacity. I took all the kicks, took all the little snare sounds, took all the bass notes, all the melody, you know what I mean, and then I kind of chopped them up real nice, and then like did a little bit of like EQ or whatever, you know what I mean, because I want it to kind of thump a little bit. Now I hope you can hear some of these, but I assigned them to each pad, so I got some kicks, snare, there's that, you know what I mean, and then hi-hats. All with the mouth, you know what I mean? I got this nice overbite so I can get a good hi-hat hiss, you know what I'm saying? Alright, there's some of the vocal that I did, you know what I mean? And there's that bass from my throat, you know what I mean? Right from my throat. It's no big deal, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like, you could do something like, You know what I mean? I just took that little all with the mouth, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys can hear this. Let me get to some. Alright, so I'm going to kind of lay down a real simple boom bap, you know what I mean? And then I'm going to just stack stuff on top, you know, different sounds to make it sound real fat, you know what I mean? So it's like you're blending that old school playground vibe, you know what I mean, with the MP, or you could just make it fat, you know what I mean? So let's try this, you know what I mean? Basic. Alright, so I'm going to go through and stack some kicks and other snares and hats and stuff like that on top of this, you know, to make it sound fat. So here we go. Alright, here's some hi-hats. You know what I mean? It sounds real loose, just like, you know, you would really be doing it with your mouth almost, you know what I mean? I also, it's like a shaker. I kind of like that feel, you know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, now, I like that. Put that on top. Make it sound fat, to stack everything, you know. Alright, now I'm going to put some bass on it, man, and this will make a world of difference, you know what I mean? It makes this thing just bump, you know what I mean? So, like I showed you, you know, it's my voice, you know what I mean? So, it's like a different track. Here we go. Yeah, so I also have that I was doing earlier, so I'm going to try to see if it sounds good on top of this, you know what I mean? So let's try this. You know what I mean? So, came out sounding pretty good. You know, it's like, you know, don't let the machine own you. You got to own the machine. You know what I'm saying? You bought it. So it's like, don't be limited to, you know, just, you know, taking soul samples or taking samples, chopping them up into 16 parts. You know, don't let the machine control everything you do. You know what I mean? It's like, you just get creative, think outside of the box. You know what I mean? And it's like you could. You know, I could have done this a lot better, and I actually probably will. You know what I mean? I'll go down to Lab Major, record everything real pro, and then and put it in, and just like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I'm not the first person to do this type of thing. You know what I mean? But you know, it's like for all you up and coming producers out there that want to learn something new, some different tricks. You know what I mean? Just you know, try out different things. You know, get innovative with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just record yourself tapping up on the table. You know what I mean? It's like you got yourself a little rim shot. So. You know, because a lot of times, you know, it's like the presets, you know, the drums and the samples that come on the MP are just pure crap, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I have a nice big library of a lot of different sounds, but I'd never recommend using the stock samples unless you're just getting started and, you know what I mean, and you don't have access to a lot of samples yet and you want to just practice your chops, you know what I mean? Go ahead, but, man, just get innovative, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I really appreciate, you know, all the people, you know, in the past that have like come before us, you know, that paved the way for this music, you know what I mean? So it's like we could take that old playground feel, somebody beatboxing, you know what I mean, and translate that, you know, using the MP, you know what I mean? It's like you reincarnate, you know, something, you know what I mean, through this. So, you know, thanks for checking me out again, and I hope this is inspiring you guys. You know what I mean. So, I'll try to get back at you guys a little bit later with some new stuff, but just right out on this.